friends, my name is Dale Kingsmill and welcome to another episode in my sponsored series for Immortal Conquest. Immortal Conquest is a mobile-based war strategy game. You can check out a bunch of information in the first episode that I did. I'll chuck a card up in the corner so you can get right to it. As a big part of this series, I'm going through and looking at different hero cards or gyro cards that come up in the game from the specific different realms that you can play with. And today's is the Egyptian realm and the god Anubis. The story of Anubis's birth has many different variations. The great god Osiris was married to Isis, the goddess of health and marriage and stuff. But whether by accident or not, Osiris had an affair with Isis's sister, Nephthys. Nephthys was married to the baddie god of Egyptian mythology, Set, god of, chaos. And so when she fell pregnant, Nephthys didn't want to incur the wrath of Set, and so she left the newborn baby out to be exposed, hid him away in the wilderness where he wouldn't be discovered by Set. Isis, however, heard what had happened, and she sought out the baby, and through great struggles was led by jackals to where the baby lay, and she adopted that child and named him Anubis. And in fact, Anubis is most often depicted with the head of a golden jackal, although colored black, and he became Lord of the Dead, protector of graves, and the god of mummification. This was thanks to the fact that after Osiris's murder at the hands of Set, Isis approached Anubis, her adopted son, and asked him to help her in her resurrection rituals. And Anubis did aid Isis by wrapping the body in linens, holding the different pieces together in the first mummification. However, Osiris, now that he had died, was unable to fully return to the world of the living. And so Anubis gladly let Osiris take his place as god of death. And while Osiris became the king of the underworld and the afterlife proper, Anubis still acts as the guide for dead spirits, leading them through many treacherous trials on their way to the Hall of Two Truths, at which point Anubis would weigh the heart of the deceased against the feather of Ma'at, or truth. During this process, a heart needed to be found lighter than the truth. It served as a measure of the goodness of that person's soul. But if the heart outweighed the feather, the soul was deemed unworthy and was devoured by Ammit, a sort of hippo, crocodile, lion being, dying a second time and being denied access to the afterlife. Anubis had many titles meaning things like protector of tombs, but ultimately, depending on how you read them, they could instead just mean he who hangs out a lot in cemeteries, which, as a Buffy fan, I can get behind. And Anubis took this role as protector of the dead and protector of burial grounds very seriously. There's another story in which Set, taking on the form of a leopard, attempts to attack the body of Osiris before he can be resurrected. Again, he did it a couple times. That's how the body got hacked up in the first place. But Anubis, in his form as a jackal, is protecting the body, and he fights Set off and brands Set with a hot iron, leaving spots all over him, and that's how the leopard got its spots. Anubis then flayed Set and wore the fur as a warning to anyone else who would dare try to desecrate burial grounds. It's always fun in mythology when someone gets flayed. So that's the Egyptian god Anubis, who you can get as a gyro card, a 5-star gyro card in the game Immortal Conquest. You can even put together clever combinations of matching gyros, like the Egyptian combination of Anubis, Nephthys, and Osiris in order to get special in-game bonuses. In case you haven't watched the other episodes, this series is happening in conjunction with an event that Immortal Conquest is hosting. It's called the Nerds vs. Vets event, and the winning team will get to choose a charity to which Immortal Conquest will be donating $15,000, which is incredible. Over the next bunch of weeks, I'm going to be making more episodes like this, including one episode where I'm going to go through the top picks made by you. I'm going to leave a link in the description below where you can go and check out all the gyro cards, look up your favorite heroes from the 5 different mythological realms. Pick your favorites, tell me in the comments who they are, and I will pick the most popular ones and talk about them in one of these episodes. I'm totally psyched to see who you pick because there are a lot of good options there, let me tell you. If you want to find out more about the game or the event, I'm going to be leaving links in the description below. You can subscribe to the channel to keep up with this series as it unfolds. Apart from that, I do believe that's it. I'm done, and I will see you some other time.